Yes, it's that time again for the Fang update. And today's issue is Starsigns and the characteristics of each sign. I received this letter the other day. It was thrown at me. Yes. And it asked, basically, don't worry about that. It asked, could you explain the characteristics of each star sign? And I said, piss off. No. So, that's what I'm going to do today. Let's start with Aries. What can I say about Aries? Basically, what can one say? They're people which run around. Aries, yeah, they run around setting fires on things. Have a bushfire, it's been started by someone, it'll be an Aries. Why? Because they like seeing things burn. Other than that, they're good to party with. No. Yeah, so that's pretty much Aries. What's next on the line? Taurus. Right. When you know a Taurus, you really know a Taurus. Tauruses fundamentally believe they only have one thing in life. They go by only one thing, and that one thing is what's yours is theirs, and what's theirs is theirs. And if you want it back, you'll never get it back. They're hoarders. They take things, they hoard other people's things. You know, you go over their place and you say, oh, that book in the corner, that's mine. And they say, what? No, it's not yours, that's mine. I remember when I bought that one. And you get in a big argument and you storm that. But tourists are alright. Keep food away from them. That's the other thing. They keep telling you they're on diets. And then as soon as you put food near them, they just pick out on it. What's next after Taurus? Gemini. Gemini. What can you say about Gemini? One minute they want to be your friends, and then the next week they don't want to even know you. That's Gemini. There's Gemini for you. No. They're nice, as long as you keep them in their place, which is hard to do because split personalities. What else is there? Got through Gemini. What's after Gemini? What? I've got to consult my book. I'll be back in a second. Cancer. Oh, Cancer. Those stinking crabs. They're always going for the grind. That's what they do. They get in there and they like that. Get you all itchy, and then you got to go to the chemist and you got to buy this ointment and put the ointment down there. Horrid. Oh, yeah. Wait a sec. I'm still consulting. Leo. Oh my God. Yeah, the star signer thinks the sun shines out of their ass. There you go. Yeah? No. Other than that, they're nice people. Most Leos. Unless you touch their hair. They've got a problem with people touching their hair. Leos. Right. What's after Leo? I'm getting around here. Virgo. Oh my God. Virgos are the most anal retentives you've ever come across. Oh my. And when they're at their worst, they get so anal retentive, they're pegs. I like Virgos on certain days. depending on which house they're in at that time. Don't go there if they're in the 12th house. There it goes. Libras, well, what can you say about Libras? Libras, they're nice. They're not nice. They're nice. Ask a Libra for advice, you'll never get it. Ask them to give you their straight opinion about you, you will never get it. You'll get a political answer. Most Libras, they end up as mid-ranking diplomats and, working for governor's departments and that. They're always polite. They're right sometimes. So there you go. There's Libras. Who else have I got? After Libras, Scorpios. What can I say about Scorpios? Well, Scorpios, you'll often find them under the seats in dunny toilets. I know, I put my hand under. Wait a sec. That's not Scorpios. That's spiders. Well, yeah, they all got legs. But I was bitten by a Scorpio. And I'm still tripping now, after all these years. Still tripping, the effects. Scorpios are alright once you take their stinger off them. Now, their problem is they just like stinging. They keep stinging and stinging and stinging. They never learn until you get the scissors out and just go, off they go. But they're alright, Scorpios, in their own sort of like hard shell way. Now, Sagittarius. Sagittarius can be alright. They'll spend their day pulling out arrows and firing them all over the place. Never aim at the target. No. They're a bit like the US military, They think firepower. They just fire everything out. Who cares if it misses or everyone's down in bunkers about 150 metres underground. They'll keep firing until they've got none. And then what happens when they've got no arrows left? People are able to do what they like with them. You can get them to do anything when they've got no arrows. Especially if you've got all their arrows. And they're just standing there with their bow. Still wanting to fire it, but they've got nothing to put in. Nothing to hook up on the bow and fire. It's a sad fact of life with those poor buggers. After Sagittarius, where you come to? Capricorn. What can I say about Capricorn? Capricorns are the biggest posers you will ever come across. I mean, I don't mean they pose. They, as in, they pretend to be this or that. No. They like posing. Give them a mountain to stand on at the top of, and you'll find a Capricorn. You'll find Capricorns jumping up, jumping up to get there. They're all standing there, preening and staring at people and look at me, aren't I something? How do I know this? I'm a Capricorn. That's what I do. You want to get me? You build a mountain for me. And I'll jump on top of it. I'll get on top of that and I'll stand there and I'll pose. I'll do a dramatic pose. I'll do a broken-hearted pose. I'll do an arrogant pose. But I'll pose. I'll stand there. And that. The other thing is wind tunnels and hair dryers. Love a hair dryer. Switch on the hair dryer so the hair blows its dramatic effect. Reminds me of a music video from years ago. But there you go. But otherwise, we're pretty decent people. unless you get on the wrong side, and we'll push you off that mountain. Squeezes you, look at you. Well, we don't push you, we'll ram you off. And running into things is the other thing Capricorns love to. We love finding something to ram. When we ram, we really ram. No, I talked a lot about myself. Aquarius. What can I say about Aquarius? Aquarius is one sign I have contempt for. Some days. There's those types of Aquarius. There's some Aquarius which are, they're sort of like otherworldly. They're not bad. You know, you say, oh yeah, you're pretty cool. You know, you might be off beyond this bloody solar system, but you're alright. But then there's the other ones. Those ones, well, you know, those ones, what can you say about them? What can you really say? I mean, the worst thing you do is bloody say, like, you take off some clothes and you put it down. These bastards, what they'll do, they'll come along, bastards and bitches, they'll come along and they'll pick it up and they'll put it on, and then before you know it, they're off somewhere else and they're pretending to be you. They think, because they don't know how to be themselves. And usually they do it. They do it because, well, their planet, the planet that sort of like dominates them, that rules them, is Uranus. And we all know what Uranus is. Arseholes. And that's exactly what that type of Aquarius is. They're downright arseholes. Now, usually they've got a handler hiding around the thing because they've got no, once you take it away, they've got no brain. I mean, you know, they're useless because they've got no brain. Now, if someone says, oh, go and put their clothes on, and you go and pretend to be them. That's what these bastards do. That's those which are dominated by the planet Uranus. The others, they're not too bad. They're out of work. Pisces. Oh my God. What can I say about poor old Pisces? You know, at the end of the road, there's Pisces. Pisces waiting, if they're women, they're waiting for their great love to come riding along on a charger or riding a Harley to sweep them off their feet and take them off. And if it's a guy, they're waiting to meet that true love. They spend all their lives doing this. I mean, you know, fairies at the bottom of the garden. No, you'll normally find Pisces down the bottom of the garden, and they're looking for the fairies. They're alright some of the time, unless they're conniving, backstabbing arseholes, which that's also a possibility, because they're conniving and backstabbing because they realise, and this is what happens to some, they suddenly realise that the fairies at the bottom of the garden aren't there. So they spend the rest of their lives being bitter, twisted creatures trying to destroy everyone because they're blaming the rest of the world because they never found the fairies down the bottom of the garden. So there you go. So now you know all about all the star signs. To G, incompetent, I say, there you go. I hope I have informed you. This has been the Fang update. And what can I say? I know I've moved out of my usual area, but that was because the letter. Where is it? Oh, it's over there. Anyway. I threw it over there anyway. So I think I've enlightened people in regards to astrology, and hopefully this will be an enlightening moment to you. And yeah, well, just go by what I said, and you'll know everything. Follow my rule. Follow And you will find your way through the world, and you'll be a lot more happier knowing what I've just informed you about the different star signs. And don't believe a word I said. Keep your head above water. Take it easy.